Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fuel for Success. On this beautiful Tuesday morning, we're going to be talking about health and weight loss and all things related to getting healthy, being healthy, and staying healthy. And we're blessed to have the one and only health and weight loss coach extraordinaire, Matt Maddox, as one of our co-hosts here. I guess one of the two co-hosts. It's good to see you, my friend. Yeah.
Good to see you as well. Good to be back. It feels like such a long break from Thursday show to Tuesday.
It does.
Many people are having Fuel for Success relapses. We're helping them through that emotionally and mentally. But we are grateful for our live viewers. We're very grateful. See a lot of good friends out there. Of course, always grateful as well for those who aren't able to listen live, but listen every day on the archives. So, Mike, there's people that never miss a show. And can you believe this is our 282nd episode? We're only, 18 more episodes from 300, from that crazy 2:30 in the morning call on New Year's Eve of us saying, hey, let's do a daily internet talk show. Awesome. Yeah. When do you want to start? Let's start it tomorrow. Let's just start it right on New Year's Day and go with it. And here we are, 282 episodes later, man. It's just hard to believe.
That's right. And great thing about the number 282 is it is a palindrome. It's the same forwards and backwards. So let's get right into the topics. We've got limited time, of course. We're condensing the show, and great to see everybody here live. If you're watching later and you want to ask a question, send us a text, 727-341-5599, and we'll get the question on as soon as we can. And today we're going to be talking about a topic that's we're so passionate about, which is health and weight loss and fitness and getting healthy and staying healthy. And Christy's got a question I'm going to get to in just a little bit, but let me start out with the question that I had queued up that I wanted to ask you right away. And I know that you love pizza, right? There's some foods that aren't necessarily good for you that I love, and we're all about moderation and that sort of thing, but it does take willpower not to eat those what I would call bad foods or less than optimal foods on a regular basis. How did you personally sort of develop the willpower to stop eating those bad foods?
Mike, willpower is a unique subject. We could do a whole show on willpower, and we probably should actually. Maybe on our, life coaching show day, whatever that is, it'll come up. Here's the deal, Mike. Let me make it clear. I do love pizza. Pizza used to be my weakness. I've conquered it. I haven't had pizza in 3 weeks, so
wow.
It wasn't easy for sure. Right. But let me tell you this: an experience happened last night that brings this home, and will show you how. Mike, unless people develop a process for every area of their life, then willpower is not the answer. Process is the answer. When you rely 100% on willpower, many times people fail, right? But if you build process and systems into, situations, whether it be finances, health, for example, let's say you don't make a $100 purchase without waiting 24 hours, right? That's a process, right? Awesome. So what does that do? That helps you when you're a spontaneous spender. When you stop and think about it and you sleep on it for 24 hours, most people actually don't go back and buy it because, a lot of times when people have, bad financial habits, willpower isn't going to help them. But process will. For example, last night after my softball game, we were right near Buffalo Wild Wings. And my son Caleb loves Buffalo Wild Wings. And after the game, and it was like 9 o'clock, and I played hard, and there's also a psychological tie there because usually after baseball we'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's kind of a tradition, because Caleb plays baseball on the weekends, and that's our cheat meal, right? So he's like, Dad, can we go to Buffalo Wild Wings? I juiced twice today. you know that
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah.
throw out, I've juiced twice today. He's like, I've eaten very healthy all day.
He's making
I
the
was like,
case. Yeah.
no. I was like, we're not gonna do Buffalo Wild Wings tonight. I was like, you know why? Because we don't eat unhealthy during the week. Period. Like that's process. Meaning, Mike, as much as I might love pizza, I would never. I mean, never. I'm pretty good there. I'm probably like 9 months in on this. I would not eat it during the week. And this is what I teach people that I do one-on-one weight loss coaching. It's really the lifestyle that we teach in My Health 90 is, hey, Monday through Friday, you live like a health nut. Now here's why. Here's why I do this. Now, could we have gone to Buffalo Wild Wings last night and not gotten fat or not gotten a disease from eating that junk? Sure. Like one meal is not going to define you. But what defines you is habits. What defines you is your process. And in my case with health, I've learned that, look, it's this simple. If you'll juice every day, you'll eat clean Monday through Friday, and in moderation on Saturday and Sunday, I allow myself, 2 to 4 cheat meals. But here's the deal, Mike. Most people have no process when it comes to their health. They just eat whatever, whenever. So
Right.
for me, and you know what? Now watch this. Watch this. This is why it's important to hang out with healthy people. This is why it's important that your inner circle gets on the same page with you. The Bible speaks of this. 2 are better than 1. Now I have the willpower because of, my commitment to process. And I told my son, no, we're not going. We're going home and I'm making us salads. And I went home and I made the most amazing salads for both of us. He scarfed that salad down. 10 minutes later, he walks in the kitchen and goes, Dad, I feel so good. He goes, thank you so much for not letting me go to Buffalo Wild Wings tonight. I said, I want you to journal this. This is an awesome experience for you because you were craving Buffalo Wild Wings because it was near the ball field. It's something we usually do around baseball, And I said, you didn't eat it. You went home and ate a salad instead, which, right there in the moment of the craving, the salad doesn't sound as good as his Buffalo Wild Wings. But afterwards, most of the time that he eats Buffalo Wild Wings, he's like, why did I do it? He goes, Dad, sometimes I don't even want a cheat meal. And really, Mike, when you juice and you eat clean and when your body becomes healthy, like the bad stuff we used to crave, even when we allow ourselves to eat it on a cheat day, it really doesn't taste as good. It really doesn't. So that's my long answer to a short question there, my friend.
That's actually a powerful answer. And when you think about that process being more important than willpower, when you have the process in place, your willpower almost doesn't matter, right? It's like if you have a process in place that on the first of the month you write the check to pay your rent, or your mortgage, it's not fun to write that check, right? Does it take willpower to do that? It would be if you wanted to spend the money somewhere else, but you have a process in place and it just happens. It's like there's no question about it. The process is there. This is the way we do it. It's always done like this. And when you have that process, there's power. It takes away the need to have that excessive willpower. And I think that's a powerful, powerful concept.
It changed me, Mike. It helped me. It literally helped me. I had to sit down and develop a process about health, about food, about eating, about juicing. Same thing with money. Same thing with, your time. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't check my Facebook. I disabled every alert from my phone. So I don't get Facebook alerts, Twitter alerts. You know what that is? That's process to help my mind stay focused. So there's like every area, Mike, if people would become more process driven, they wouldn't have to rely on willpower. There's your quote of the day, my friends.
It's good. Hey, we talked about in some other episodes, and we're talking about bad foods and willpower and those sort of things. And one of the, and I really feel like even the situation last night, that can be like an emotional eating situation where we're like, well, we go there a lot of times after the situation. But a lot a lot of people, and this affects our health so much, and especially in this country with the processed sugars and the processed foods, and there's sugar addiction in this country. And I don't know how else to put it. It's like cocaine addiction, heroin addiction, right? Sugar addiction. And it exists, and it's a real thing. And I know we're already at 10 minutes, but could you speak just a little bit to sugar addiction and how somebody could break that addiction to sugar?
Mike, sugar addiction is probably as real as alcohol addiction, nicotine addiction.
Right.
This is what I was telling somebody yesterday. I was doing some life coaching for somebody that had a nicotine addiction. They were wanting me to help them break the addiction of smoking. So I used you,
For the
Mike,
record, it wasn't me, just for the record, yeah.
So, anyways, thought I'd throw that out there for our health. I'm so used to saying My Health 90, which, by the way, if you're not in My Health 90, that's the secret to breaking food addiction, my friend. We're here to help. You need a support system. Mike.
Process. Yeah.
Process. And that's what My Health 90 really is a process that we give you to show you how to set up for success. It's all about habits. It really is. Mike, food addiction. Real quick, I'll give you 3 keys. There's no easy way around it as far as I can't wave my hand over your face 3 times and you'll never crave sugar again. You've got to change your body. The only way to change your body is what's the Bible says. The Bible says this. The Bible has the answer for everything. It says this.
True.
Overcome evil with good. It's one of the most powerful biblical principles for change in every area of your life. Overcome evil with good. So how do you break sugar addiction? By putting more nutrients in your body. Juicing, water, eating clean, avoiding breads, and literally stop, sometimes, Mike, the way you break sugar addiction is, detoxing your body by drinking more water, stop drinking the sodas. Here's what I've learned, Mike. When you juice and you drink water and you eat clean and you exercise, the sugar addiction will begin to weaken. It really will. It's like a plant. If you stop feeding it water, it's going to die. It's going to shrivel up, right? You don't give a plant the proper amount of sunlight and water, it's going to shrivel up. Same thing with addictions. They will weaken if you stop feeding them. So, get all the sugar out of your house. Get it out. Process. I don't bring it in my house. I don't. If I'm going to have something bad, I don't bring it in my house. That's process. I just don't. So if I'm going to have, maybe a piece of cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, I'm not going to order it and bring it home. I'm really not. I'm going to eat it there, because that way if I don't eat it all, I leave it. It's processed. I'm not bringing it home. You've got to make sure, Mike, that you don't allow yourself to bring the sugar in your house. That's a huge step right there for a lot of people, is the craving. When you crave it and you have access to it, you're going to do it. You crave it and you don't have access to it, most likely at 10 o'clock at night, you're not going to drive to a gas station to get a candy bar. Most likely. Now, those that have strong addictions might. And that's a whole other subject right there.
I actually had that visualization when you said you don't bring it in your house. For some reason, in my imagination, I saw you scarfing down a Milky Way as you're walking up to your front door. I got to eat this now. But he doesn't do that. That's just me.
That would be, my candy bar of choice would be an almond Snickers or a Three Musketeer. I do like Milky Way though, so
yeah,
that's funny, Mike.
Hey,
what about you, Mike? What would you say if you had to give somebody a piece of advice to break sugar addiction? What would it be?
I would say go radical. Get it out of your house, go crazy on it, just flip the table. You know what I'm saying? Rage quit on it, if I can put it that way. Get mad at it, say, you know what, I don't want the sugar in my life anymore. I don't want it around. I'm going to get rid of it in every aspect of my life. And then settle on a process to how you shop, how you eat, have your meal plans together, those sort of things, so that if you're relying on your willpower, the things that really help people overcome addictions and overcome strong emotional situations, you can't rely on your willpower. You have to have a process in place. You have to set yourself some rules. Write them down if you have to. Like, I'm not going to do this. I will do this. I'm not going to do this. And put that process. Set yourself up for success rather than relying on willpower or your emotion of the day to lead you to success, because feelings are fickle and feelings are not necessarily your friend.
And I'm going to close with this, Mike. I know we're a little past our time. Thanks for what Melody said real quick. Said, my husband was addicted to Diet Coke. He lost use of his arm and shoulder. It kept going numb. He had 2 shots, cortisone shots, and nothing worked. He quit drinking Diet Coke, and he's back to working in weightlifting. Numbness and weakness gone thanks to My Health 90. Man, thank you, Melody. That's awesome. I live for those kind of stories. And if you don't mind, I'm going to make a little request that you post this exact thing that you just posted in our Facebook page, because I want to send it out today. I think that'll encourage people, because Mike and I hate Diet Coke because of what it does to people. A lot of what we're doing in My Health 90, that's what we tell people. It's not a diet. We want to hang with you for 90 days so we can help give you the right habits and help you live a healthy lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But I do, Mike, based on what we were talking about today, I want to kind of close it up with a kind of a final thought about, we were talking about process, and I liked what you said about writing it down. I actually did this from my life. I did what I call a 10 Commandments thing. Because, when you think about God, right, 10 Commandments, it's a simple list. I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, really, if people's lives would be amazing if they followed the 10 Commandments. The 10 Commandments are not there as some kind of like harsh, judgmental, like,
Right.
hateful, like, suppressing, totally like take life away from you. They're actually there for boundaries and protection and make your life better. I mean, even the thou shalt not lie. Do you know how many of your lives would be better if you just would live that 10 Commandment? So, like, for your health, like, write down the 10 Commandment, or, the 10, do's and don'ts of your health, or the 10 do's and don'ts of finances. What is it? What is your process with money? What is your process with, do you tithe right away? Do you save a certain amount? What is your process for spending? What is your process for eating? What is your process? For example, process, we teach people in My Health 90 to eat every 3 to 4 hours, small portions. That's a process, Mike. You know what that does? That makes you never be hungry. The people in our My Health 90, at first, because they're breaking bad habits, what do most people do? Most people skip breakfast, eat a huge lunch, and a massive dinner. We wonder why our country is so obese. Listen, starving yourself is not the way to lose weight. The way to lose weight is to eat more or less. Eat every 3 hours, smaller portions, and you're training your body not to like binge eat, and know that, hey, you know what? I'm going to eat a little bit here, because in 3 hours, which goes by fast, I'm going to eat again. And, you burn more fat that way. You have more energy that way. Your mind doesn't have to rely so much on willpower. And honestly, incorporated in that is also 2 juices a day. Mike, the juicing changes people. The juicing gives the nutrients. The juicing is what changes the body. The juicing is what gives life, man. So I would really encourage people, Mike, and I like what you said about writing it down, process for their health, man.
It's good. Hey, it's a great show. We're way over time. Christy, we'll get you your question next week. And thanks so much. You want to wrap the show, man?
Yeah. Hey, thank you guys for joining us today. Mike and I will be here tomorrow morning at 9:30 and also Thursday at 9:30 for Fuel for Success. If this is your first time with us, thank you. And you want to watch any of our previous episodes for free, they're all archived on our website at fuelforsuccess.tv, my friends, not .com. Fuelforsuccess.tv. And then also we're out on YouTube, so subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, And then you can actually download every one of our archives on your iPod or phone for free off of iTunes. Everything about Fuel for Success is free. And so Mike and I are just here every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, to give value to your life, give you coaching tips about health, family, relationships, business, money, life. And Mike, there's really nowhere else people can get this, my friend. Not
good.
this good. We love you guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Have a great Tuesday, everyone.